Thank you for asking. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Couldn't be better. I believe I can recall your name now. It's Saraswati, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah. You have had a session with me already, and I believe this is our second session together, right?
yes, yes. Yeah.
Mhm. So, how was your weekend?
My weekend was amazing because I went to my in-laws' place, and yes, and for 2 days I went there. So yes, my weekend was really amazing. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And what are your plans for the day? What are you going to do right after this session?
After this session, I will cook. I will make a lunch
Mm-hmm.
because my daughter is at home. She Today she did not go school because I think today and tomorrow only school is there. So today she took a leave. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, so that means you have a lot of things on your plate. You are managing so many things, whether it be your
Yes.
English learning journey and your growth, upskilling yourself, managing the entire household. So it's not an
Yeah.
easy task. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, no topic has been assigned to us as such, but there is something that we can discuss today, that is trust.
Trust. Yeah, we can.
Would you like to proceed with the topic, trust?
Trust. Yes, I can. I think trust is very important in our life
Mm-hmm.
because without trust we can't live together
Mm-hmm.
in our
Mm-hmm.
family, with our colleagues, in our residence. Trust is very important. Like in relationship also, yeah. Without trust, we can't go ahead in our life with anyone.
True.
And if our relationship like husband wife, a relationship with parents, and with our children, and yes, I think without trust we can't imagine our even in our life because trust is the only thing. Entire relation is based on trust only.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's true. That's true. So we can say that trust is the cornerstone of any relationship, whether it be with your partner, with your family, with your parents, children, or even at your workplace. Right?
Yes.
Trust is
Yes.
believing that someone will behave in a good way. They will keep their promises. They will not hurt you. That is what trust is. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the question that arises here is, how can we say that someone is trustworthy? Do you think that nowadays
Trustworthy.
it's very difficult to, because people nowadays are wearing a facade, they are
Mhm.
somewhere something else, but they try to portray themselves as something else. So how can we decide that someone is trustworthy or someone is not trustworthy, especially someone who is not known to us? I mean, say someone who's not from our family.
Mhm. I think with experience only, living that person for a longer time, we can
Hmm.
trust. Otherwise, immediately we can't trust on anyone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's true. So, what you are trying to say is that living that person, spending time with that person, someone can, it can help us to decide whether that person is trustworthy or not,
Trustworthy or not. Yes.
right? So, it
Yes.
is not a decision that can be taken spontaneously or instantly. Okay, in meeting someone for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, in those 5 or 10 minutes, it cannot help us to decide that whether that person is trustworthy or not.
Trustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm. Yes. And sometimes it takes a lifetime to decide whether a person is trustworthy
Yes.
or
Yes.
not.
Yeah. Even in our relatives too,
Hmm.
with friends, with colleagues, and in our relatives too. It takes a longer period
Hmm.
to take someone trust.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, that is to build trust. Yeah,
to
it
build
doesn't have
trust. Yes,
to build trust.
yes,
Okay, great.
yeah.
So I would want to know, has someone ever tried to break your trust? Can you recall any incident? Of course, nothing personal, but can you recall any incident from your life when you thought that, okay, that person is trying to, he broke my trust?
If I difficult to remember that incident, but
Mm-hmm.
yes, I can say that it happens in everyone's one's life,
Mm-hmm.
and without I am such type of person. I don't believe immediately.
Mm-hmm.
After spending some time, I believe
Mm-hmm.
because my father taught us in our childhood, like we should not believe even our shadow tools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when after observing and spending at least few months, we
Mm-hmm.
can decide that we can means go ahead with that person or not.
That's true. That
Yeah.
is the first thing that our parents teach us. Do not talk to any stranger.
Yeah, because my father was in military and he told
Okay.
that they were taught like we should not believe on our shadows too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, people are ready to backstab you at any point of time. But at the same time, we need to understand that not every stranger is bad. Not every person whom you meet is bad. Some people do have right intentions as well.
But it's very difficult to judge which
Hmm.
who is right and wrong.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Saraswati, can you recall any time when you felt that a stranger tried to help you? Or have you ever helped any stranger?
I have helped. I think not means even I used to travel by train, local train. I help, but not on a big scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
like only to show the correct right direction where you
Direction.
have to go. Yeah, these are the areas I help.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Oh, that's great. It doesn't have to be something big. Even small gestures, they mean a lot sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Great.
now I can recall
Mm-hmm.
an incident that happened when I came to Mumbai first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I got admission in a institute for just
Okay.
completing a very basic course of
Mm-hmm.
computer,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to travel by local train,
Mm-hmm.
and means one day I met a lady and she started talking with me and she became friendly and every day means her timing and my timing was the same, almost same. So
Mm-hmm.
we used to meet and she
Mm-hmm.
also catch the same train. One
Mm-hmm.
day what happened, she gave her number to me,
Okay.
and
Okay.
my father was in postal department, and
Mm-hmm.
she told that we also uh, did the same things of postal, and
Mm-hmm.
she told and gave me the number and also gave me something to eat. But
Okay.
as my parents told me not to take anything from anyone, so I didn't take anything because
Mm-hmm.
I was very new for this for Mumbai city, and
Mm-hmm.
people who uh, live Mumbai for a longer period can easily understand that this person is very new,
Mm-hmm.
and she was trying to give me to eat something, but I denied to take that. And when
Mm-hmm.
she gave me her number, and after going home, I told everything to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And after few days later, I called on that number, but that
Okay.
lady was not available.
Okay. Okay. She was not the
And
same. The
no,
lady
no,
who.
she was no, the number was not same. So I got
Okay.
surprised that yes, she was telling that to come along with her, but I denied that time. So yes, we should not means believe blindly on anyone.
Yes. Yeah. We must not trust people blindly. Okay.
Yes,
Because they might have some malign intentions. You never know.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I would like to know, do you think that if trust is broken once, it can be repaired? For example, if someone betrayed you or backstabbed you at any point of time in your life, and that person comes to you again and apologizes for whatever they have done. So would you start believing in that person again?
I think it depends on the situation and the means trust they have broken.
Mm-hmm.
If it means I definitely try my best to gain that trust again, but I
Mm-hmm.
think practically it's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to some
Yeah.
extent we can means we should try at least in our relationship
Mm-hmm.
with our relatives.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's See, there are two types of people. One, for example, if anyone betrays you, okay, for any
yes.
reason, there are people who forgive and forget,
Mm-hmm.
and there are people who forgive but never forget.
Mm-hmm.
So which category do you belong to? Do you forgive and you move on, or you forgive them but you never forget?
I think I easily forgive to anyone,
Mm-hmm.
but forgetting it's difficult. I try my best to do, but it's not so easy to forget if there was a there is a really big incident happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I try my best to forgive and to forget also, because
Mm-hmm. Why do you?
this is
Yeah,
the only way
yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
build that relationship strong.
Mm-hmm.
And forgetting everything, we can go ahead in our relationship. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
we will get stuck on one particular place, and we can maybe lose relations.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And why do you think forgiving is important? Is it important only for that person, or is it important for you as well? Because you will be carrying that emotional baggage with you for the rest of your life, right? It kind of disrupts your mental peace. So do you agree
Yes,
with this point that forgiving is very important?
forgiving is important for both, for
Mm-hmm.
that person to whom we are going to forgive, and for
Mm-hmm.
us also, because whenever we will not forgive, the same thing repeat again and again in our mind,
Mm-hmm.
and we maybe we will lose our concentration on the particular thing which we have decided for. Means we will lose our direction and
Mm-hmm.
destination too.
Mm-hmm. And most
Better to
importantly,
forgive
peace of mind.
and forget and go ahead in the relationship.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
nothing matters you the most, except your peace of mind. So if you don't
yes,
have peace of mind, so what will you do with the rest of the things? So
yeah,
if forgiving that person gives you your peace of mind, so you must go for it. Yeah.
yes. And even God also forgive. So
Yes.
definitely we should forgive also, because whenever we will not forgive to other person, God will also not forgive us.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Okay,
yeah,
so it is said that if it happens once, it is a mistake. But if you repeat it twice, thrice, then it's not a mistake, it is a habit. For example,
yes.
someone betrayed you once and you let the same person betray you twice, thrice. So whose mistake is it? Is it that person's mistake or is it your mistake?
I think if the means the betraying happens again and again, so
Mm-hmm.
it's I for me I think it would be the better option to make a distance with that person.
Mm-hmm. Okay, keep a distance from him or her,
Yeah, keep
right?
a distance. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because
Yeah.
it is said that, as I already told you, if you repeat the same mistake twice, that means it's not a mistake; it's a pattern that you
Yes.
have been
Yes. Yes.
following, right?
Yes.
So yes, there is this saying: "Once bitten, twice shy." I will write it in the chat box. Twice shy. That means if you ever had any bad experience, if you ever had any bad experience and you if you face such kind of situation in your life afterwards, then you will think twice. Okay, I've already faced some
Yes,
ramifications of my actions that I've taken in past, and I would not like to face any such situation in life. So
yes.
that's why once bitten twice shy. वो कहते हैं ना, दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता
Cook,
है,
cook
right?
के pita है, right?
That is what is the Hindi meaning of the same proverb.
Once bitter,
Once,
twice shy.
once
Okay,
bitten, once bitten, twice shy. That is what it
okay.
means, right? So
Mhm. Yes.
whatever
That's
experiences
why I
that,
told na कि we should make friendship or we should not trust immediately without
yes,
judging that person.
yes, that is true. That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
So if suppose I'm meeting you for the first time, okay, I will make sure that I show my positive things to you, my good qualities, right?
Mhm.
So just to
Yes.
build that trust and impression on you, I will show my good side to you, never the bad
Yes.
things. So the kind of
Yes.
personality that I'm portraying, it's just the tip of the iceberg. You don't know about rest of the
Yes.
things, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Great. So, if you had to sum up it in a nutshell, whatever we have discussed so far, if you have to, just give the conclusion to this discussion, something that we have been discussing for the last 20,
Yes.
not 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, then we'll proceed. We'll do, after once you conclude it, then we'll discuss some vocabulary, some
Yes.
expressions, right? So, if you
Yes.
had to tell me in a nutshell, what exactly did we discuss so far? So, how will you conclude it?
I think in conclusion, I can say that we should trust on others, but not immediately. After spending some time and after judging that person, we should go in that relationship. We should
Mm-hmm.
not be hurry or to take trust. Means we should not depend on other just by the outer look.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get stuck only by their way of talking and the
Mhm,
outer look. Whenever
mhm,
we can't judge that person
mhm,
well or
mhm,
spending time,
mhm,
we should not take decision immediately and can
mhm,
trust on that person blindly.
mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use this word malign intentions. Do you know the meaning of this word malign intentions? Wait a minute.
Actually, I didn't
Yeah,
get that.
malign
Yeah.
intentions.
No, I think I have heard this word first time.
Malign
Malign.
means harmful or evil, evil intentions,
Okay.
right? So, as I already told you, if you're meeting someone for the first time, do not trust them in the first meeting itself because they might have some malign intentions. Bure irade.
Malign. Oh, yes, yes. Malign
To make
intent.
it more simple for you, it is bure irade, right?
Yes,
Malign
yes.
intentions, right?
Yeah.
And then we have discussed this proverb, once bitten, twice shy, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's one more proverb that I would want you to elaborate on, that is, actions speak louder than words.
Yes. Not just say the things, but we should do the same thing by doing or showing the same thing. Otherwise, I just say that yes, we should not means make friendship or we should not blindly trust to others. But
Mm,
whenever I will not follow the same thing, how
mm,
can I make other people understand that what is trust and how we can win the other person trust?
That's true. That's true. For example, someone says, I care for you, right? The same thing
Yes,
must reflect in their actions as well. So you just
yes,
have to analyze it. You just have to analyze it, examine
yeah,
it, right? For some period of time, and then only we can say that, yes, that person is trustworthy. Okay, great. Now I'm going to write a few things in the chat box. It's small phrasal verbs, very short ones, okay?
yes, yes,
um, the ones that we can use in our day-to-day conversation. So the first
yeah.
one is look into.
I will look into the matter.
Wonderful. So it means to investigate or to verify something or to
Yes,
scrutinize something, right? Look
yeah,
into, right? I will look
yeah,
into this issue. I will look into this matter. right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Now the second one is look for.
Nowadays, I'm looking for a job.
Great, wonderful. Look for means to search for something,
Search. Yes.
right? You can even
Yeah.
use it for persons. You can use it for things, or you can even use it for persons, for people.
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes. I got. Like uh, nowadays, I am looking for a better YouTuber so that I
mhm.
can learn English well.
That's great. Okay. You can also say, hey, for example, I can tell you, hey, Saraswati, where were you? Where were you? I was looking for you. Right? Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
was looking for you. Where were you? For example,
Yeah.
you go to a shop and you tell the shopkeeper, I'm looking for a dress that is made of cotton. Right?
Oh
Looking
yes.
for. Right? That way
Yeah.
as well
I
you
got.
can use it.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
look after. Look after.
We should look after our parents, our elders.
That's great. Look after means to take care of someone
To
or
take care
something.
of.
I'm the one who looks after the entire household. I'm the one who looks after the business, our family
Yeah.
business, right? Look after.
Yeah.
Okay, great. See, these all phrasal verbs start with the root word or the verb look. But the
Yes.
next position that that you see change the entire meaning of that expression,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now look down. Look down on someone.
Look down.
Look down on someone.
Look down on someone. Um, I have heard, but I'm not. No, I don't know the meaning of this.
So if you look down on someone, that means you disrespect them.
Look down. Okay. Disrespect.
Okay. For example, my friend has a habit of looking down on people who do not match her financial status.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do you always look down on beggars? It's not good. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
disrespect. Got it?
Disrespect.
Now the
Yes. Yes.
opposite of this phrasal verb is look up to someone. Look up to someone. So it means, now you can tell me the meaning.
Respect to.
You look, yeah,
Respect.
yeah, great, great. So I can ask you, Saraswati, who is that one person who you look up to?
To my parents, to my in-laws.
Use it in a sentence. Use it in a sentence.
Okay. I look up my
To,
parents.
I look up to my,
I look up to my parents as well as my in-laws.
great, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have always been someone I look up to. That means I see
Respect.
you as my role model,
Yeah.
right? I have a lot of respect and regard for you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So these are the phrasal verbs that start with look and are pretty much doable, usable. We can use it in our
Yes,
speech.
and even last in the last session, you told me a idiom as well as two or three new words, and I
Mm-hmm.
practiced, and even I am like very familiar with those words and can easily
Wow.
use. Yeah,
Yes, that's great. So today we have
yeah,
learned a few proverbs like once bitten, twice shy, and there is another proverb: actions speak louder than words, and malign intentions. Right? Beware of malign intentions that someone can have.
yeah,
Right? Okay. Then we
yes,
learned a few phrasal verbs as well, and we had a discussion on how to build trust and how
yes,
to decide whether someone is trustworthy or not. Okay, and let me tell you,
yeah.
you were so good at discussing it. Okay, you always measure what you have to say. Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, thank
there
you.
was a moment when you said that I was new for Mumbai. Okay.
New.
In place of that you should have said I was new to the city, or I was new to Mumbai. I was new to Mumbai.
Mhm. Okay.
Instead of for, instead of, you have to
New to
replace for
Mumbai.
with to. I was new to the city, I was new to Mumbai. Okay.
Okay.
Other than that, I did not find any major grammatical errors, but yes, this is something that you have to look into, how to use new words in sentences.